Hi everybody, it's Amy with allaboutHouseplants.com, and today I'm going to do a little video on how to care for one of my favorite air plants, the Tillandsia Xerographica. I love this guy, especially because of how big they can get. They're really fun plants with really long leaves. In the wild, they can get up to 3 feet tall and wide. They're just really beautiful plants. If you've ever seen one blush or bloom, it's a real joy. They'll turn pink and yellow, get a big spike, and it only happens once in their lifetime, and these guys can live to be well over 30 years old. So seeing one blush and bloom is a joy, trust me. Now, I have a variety of sizes here, and we're going to talk about the different ways that you can water them. You can mist them. Some people like to mist. If you're going to mist it, you're going to do it 2 to 3 times a week. These are very drought tolerant plants. They're native to the arid regions of Mexico, and in the wild, they get their water from morning dew. So every morning, they get some morning dew, and then they dry out in the sun all day. To recreate that in your home, you can mist. If you live in a more humid region, you don't have to mist quite as often. So 2 to 3 times a week is pretty normal. You just want to fully cover the plant with your misting water. If you don't want to mist, it is time consuming. If you don't have the strength in your arm, I mean, if you sit there and mist a plant as big as this or even bigger than this, it can get tiresome. So dunking is another option. You can just take your plant, submerge it in the water, give it a little shake the water out, and turn it upside down to dry. You can do that 2 to 3 times a week. As little as once a week, but you'll know if your plant's getting too dry, it'll start browning at the tips. You're gonna wanna up how often you're watering it. You can also leave your plant in the water to soak, but if you do soak it, you don't want to exceed 10 minutes. Really, Xerographicas, they have trichomes, even though they're not quite as prominent as some other air plants. They do have trichomes on them, and if you soak the plant too long, the trichomes can stick to the leaves and you can have leaf rot. So the 2 ways that you can kill a Xerographica is by not watering it at all, which the plant's going to dry out and die, or the leaves will rot, or you can get rot in the base of the plant. So drying out or rotting. You just want to be careful whenever you water it. But if you soak, you're just going to fully submerge the plant, let it sit in the water, set a timer for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Just don't let it go over 10 minutes. And like I showed you with the dunking, you're going to take the plant out, shake all the water out, and make sure and leave it upside down to dry. Now, if you have a plant this big, you may want to soak it in the sink, or you can do the bathtub. You can take it in the shower with you instead of misting and just let it get watered that way. Just make sure you fully saturate it, take it out, dump the water out, and dry it upside down. That is the most important part, is making sure that your plant dries upside down. If your Xero's a little more hydrated, it's gonna be perkier like this one. This one's leaves are standing up a little higher than this one is, and that's because this one has been watered more often than this one has. It's just really about how you want your Xerographica to look. It's purely aesthetic. If you want some more information on the Xerographica, or going to see some different varieties, just let us know. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.